going on, Heavy Duty Squad? Are you your ancestors' race, or are you an American? It's a question that I honestly have to ask people nowadays because so many people put a different nationality before American. Do y'all think I'm going up to people introducing myself saying, hey, I'm Dan, I'm an Irish American. I'm like 125th or something Native American. Do you think I wear a headband and a feather up the sides saying I'm a Native American? No, because I believe that I am an American. I was born in America. Therefore, I'm an American. See how that works? A perfect example of this is Kamala Harris. The only thing that makes her vice presidency special is that she is the first woman ever to be a vice president. That's it. Which is cool. I mean, I can get behind that. Well, not behind it like that. Shit. You know what I meant, CNN? Don't put me on the news. Imagine that though, seeing that on CNN. Conservative YouTuber wants to get behind Kamala Harris. She's not my type, okay, Cuomo? But did you hear how they introduced Kamala Harris at the inauguration? The first Indian, African, Jamaican, American vice president.
To our first African American, our first Asian American, and our first woman vice president, Kamala Harris.
What the fuck? Anything else you want to add? Maybe the first vice president who thought their running mate was racist. Well, who gives a shit? Guess where Kamala Harris was born? Oakland, California. This is the United States of America. We live in the greatest country in the world. So why the hell would you want to put another country's nationality before yours? I'm honestly really curious why Kamala Harris was okay being introduced with all of those nationalities before American. There is no other country on earth that uses a different nationality before theirs. Do you think somebody who has Chinese ancestors living in Australia is calling themselves a Chinese Australian? No, they're not. What about a person with Irish ancestors that was born in Jamaica? Do you think they're calling themselves an Irish Jamaican? They'd probably get laughed off the beach if they said that. So why in the hell do you want another nationality before American? Are you not proud to be an American? Do you want to live in Africa? Do you want to live in China? The only reason why America is the only country to do this is to victimize our people and for political gain. So let me ask, seriously, do we want to be equal? Like seriously, do we want every American to be looked at like they are equal? Let's take Officer Tatum, for example, another big person on YouTube. Do you think he considers himself an African? Or do you think he considers himself an American? But can't you see? This is the reason why we still have division in America. Because this stuff is allowed. When somebody says a nationality before American, they're dividing themselves already from regular Americans. And people ask, why is racism such a problem in the US? You're doing it to yourself. It's not because people call each other racist crap. It's not because Trump built a wall and people had a problem with it. And it's not because Joe Biden said before the election, if you're considering voting for Trump, you ain't black.
But I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
It don't have nothing to do with Trump. It has to do with the fact
it's because people still see themselves as where their ancestors were from, and they don't see themselves as Americans. If you were born in America, fucking own it. Because this is the greatest country on earth. And if you feel like you have to put another nationality before America, just go ahead and move there and then compare the two on which is a better country.